All right, we're going to be looking at Lyft OS, and this is actually an application I've been using for at least a month, which is a little bit out of the ordinary. I usually do reviews after spending a little bit of time with them, and then I get the review out to you guys. But this particular app I've actually been using in my business because I've recently rehired a virtual assistant that has been helping me out with some different projects and so forth. And then I've also recently hired Michaela, which you guys have seen on the channel doing software reviews as well. And so I'm using Lyft OS in my business, and I can show you how I'm using it. I'm using it very simplistically. There's so much more you can do with Lyft OS, but I just want to show you how we're using the software. Okay. So this is Lyft OS, super cool. You can boost your productivity with this all-in-one project management platform. They've got 37 reviews and it's looking like it's about a 4.5, 4.6. Right over here. I'm not going to read through all this, but it is an alternative to Notion, ClickUp, Asana, all kinds of different, Trello. We can do Kanban style project lists and so forth. Really anything that is project management related that you can use this software for. Okay. And you can see all the integrations, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Slides, Miro. I haven't done any of this into the app, but it's cool that you can do that. This is good for project managers, small businesses, C-suite, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to come through here and just go right to the plans and features. So you got license tier 1 at $59. You get 3 users, 75 gigabytes of total storage space, all features included above right over here. So my favorite part about this is the no file upload limit. Most softwares, project management softwares that you're using, they're always going to have these upload limits, right? Like it could be 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes, 100 gigabytes, whatever it's going to be. And that's just something that I look for because at one point, I tried to manage a project similar to this in Trello, and something that I didn't like, even paying monthly, like $20 a month for the pro version, we still always had issues with uploading large files. And, I thought that I was paying for that, but then it was like the other person has to also have access to that as well. And it just didn't make any sense. And so this is definitely something that you want to look at when you're looking at these types of applications. And the no file limit is huge. That means that if you have like a, 2 gigabyte video file, you're going to easily be able to send that to, use Lyft OS and not be limited by that. Unlimited integrations, unlimited spaces and sections, sync apps, unlimited workspaces, etc. So license tier 1 is $59. License tier 2 is $119. You get 10 users, 200 gigabytes of storage. I believe that license tier 2 is the version that I chose to get because I can't see myself needing this for more than 10 people. And so when I went ahead and got license tier 2, I definitely think that this software will work for license tier 1, license tier 2 users. I would probably lean more towards getting license tier 2 just to give yourself a little bit of a cushion. The people that are getting license tier 1, it's probably for people that all know that they only have one other person that they want to communicate with, but then that's also limiting yourself in the future. So I really like license tier 2 as a nice sweet spot. It's just over $100. License tier 3, $229. You get 25 users, 500 gigabyte total storage. And then you can go into license tier 4 at $399, unlimited users, 1 terabyte total storage, and 4 workspaces right there. So you get a lot all in right there. You can learn more about from the founders right over here. They do have a FAQ, a roadmap. They've got, LinkedIn profiles, a help center, YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram. So they're doing it right. Is what it looks like. I'm going to go jump in and we're going to jump right into the app right now. So this is the Kanban that I'm using. Here's Michaela right over here. And you can see that what I do is I give her 3 applications to review each week, right? This is how we're managing it. And so I can come over here and like, for example, if I wanted to, like right over here, we're going to do this one, S-Symbol. And this is not on AppSumo. So basically it's kind of common sense. If it doesn't have an extra link in here, then it's most likely AppSumo. She's mostly going to be doing AppSumo reviews. But in this particular case, I had an application over here that's not AppSumo. And so you can see over here, I left the link right over here. I want her to go and sign up and do a review of that software. Super cool. So what ends up happening is she does a review right over here. And then let's just say she does this review. She's going to move that over here to the done section. And notice when I dropped it off into here, a line goes through right here and it automatically marks it off, right? It's done. So we have unfortunately right here, this part is kind of strange right over here. This first column, I'm not able to label. I'm not able to do anything with this right over here. You can just do a plus right there and it'll add a new row right here, but it doesn't add I'm not able to change this label right here, which is kind of interesting. I think I might be able to, and I don't think I can get rid of the first label right here. So that was just one of the nuances and small things that it definitely doesn't make the software not usable or anything like that. It's not a big deal. It's just something that I would like to be able to change the label for the first row right here, because you can't get rid of the first row. But nonetheless, so they do the review, it drops off over here. I can go in here, we can chat right over here, back and forth on this specific project here. This is where you would go and upload your file, unlimited file size. There's subtasks right here. You can add those, a description, and then details right here. And this is where if you want to manage it, you can manage it in different ways, right? So you can actually have each person. When I had 2 other people, they had their own assignments application, and this works based on like what they call applications. We can add a new application by we can rename this and so forth, but you can come over here and you can add new folders, new applications inside of everything right over here. So like each time, like these are video training and so forth, those are applications that you can add inside of here. But if you were going to do it with just like, say, this is just the videos, LearnWire videos, and you had 3 employees, for example, then you could come in here and actually grab certain people. And like, let's say we had Phil still working with us, then I would assign that to Phil, right? And so when we come back over here, you would see that Phil is assigned to this, and maybe this one is assigned to Michaela. So, which is cool, right? So they would know who these are all assigned to, and you could manage it from one Kanban like this. And if that's what you choose to do, that's great. You could also do what I chose to do, which is I'm not using the assign portion. I'm just going to go ahead and assign this to the right person. And I'm going to move this back over because we haven't done Instacap right over here. Okay, so I'm going to move that back. And then I want to uncheck mark right there. So, okay, so we're ready to go right there. And then basically you can see that this is what it looks like with the uploaded file. This one is done. Here's the file right here. I can go over here. I can click the dots. I can go and download this. I can also click on this and I can actually go and push play and preview this inside of here, which is really, really great. I can even go full screen if I want. And I like the playback speed. I can watch it fast, even 1.75 speed, which a lot of players don't have 1.75. And that's my favorite speed to watch things at. And so it's just very versatile. It has all the features that you would want right over here. And then when I post the video, I move this over to the published section, right? And that's what I end up doing. And you can see all these ones that I've published, right? Transcript LOL at the time of recording this video. This is the one that went out today. Quick Creator. Look at all these right over here. We've been, she's been working for a few weeks, probably about a month now, right? So she's doing about 3 videos a week. So this is a really great way to do project management for something so simple like this. And like I said, the versatility is you could manage it with multiple people using the assign based, or you could come up here and you can add so you could add new members by clicking this button right over here. And I can go and you can see the people that are in here. I can go and add more people and tell them what access they have right over here, full access, and tell, like right over here, this is where you control all that. Super, super cool. Easy to add people. And then if I wanted a new app, for example, if I wanted to replicate this right over here, I would just say new app. And I wanted to do, look, you have a whiteboard app in here. You have a to-do, note. So when I clicked note, that's where this stuff came in, right? So video training, I have a Loom training right here they can go and watch. We have a written SOP right over here. And you can see that it's in split screen right over here. You can look at 2 things at once. You can also go and, minimize this, look at one screen at a time. So it's just very versatile, very, very, very easy to understand how to do this. So we have like a project, right? And then I titled the project. So we come over here, David's team. You have a general section right over here. And then under that general section, I added LearnWire videos, but we could add more. We could add another section right over here and title that if we wanted a whole nother project, right? But this is LearnWire videos. So I click on LearnWire videos and you can see that this is what we have right over here. These are the training modules. And if I go over here to new app right over here, and let's say I have a to-do, and then this next app, see to-do right here, I'm going to go and rename the app. And then let's just say that this is a new employee, right? So this is employee A, B, C, whatever. And this is where you'd be able to come in here And now you can even look at both of them at the same time, or you can minimize and look at one at a time. And this is what the list view looks like. We'll go look at what that looks like with Michaela in a minute. But this is where you select if you want Kanban or list, and it always stays on the last thing that you selected. So Kanban, this is basically what it looks like, right? You can come over here and you can change these. You can rename this, the label. You can change the colors, to whatever you want. Push save. You can change the colors right there. You can add more right over here, and then you can add your to-dos right over here. So this is great for project management that, we could even have these labels right over here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if we wanted to do it that way. There's all kinds of different ways you could set it up, but this is another way that I chose to kind of do it, which is just basically have the person's name and then they get their own kind of dashboard, if you will. And so I don't have to assign them right over here. I'll go back to Michaela and we can see that right over with Michaela, we could go and look at list view, and this is what the list view looks like, right? So boom, and you can see for the type of project that we're doing, the Kanban works better because we want to know where the published is. Like right over here, we would grab this and we'd have to move it down to the next one. I think Kanban is just better, so we can look at it from left to right. The process starts from the left and moves to the right. Super cool. And if I wanted to add a new software in right here, I would just say new software right here. And I can go in here and I can add the link in right over here. And it's just very, very easy. They log in. This is what they see when they log in. There is times where we delete that real quick. Times where we, like maybe the upload doesn't work or something. And so we have a comment like right over here, Salesy review. I'll go right over here, click on that. And you can see right over here, we have on a related note, there are 8 copies of the same file I uploaded. Something about, just communicating with me. Then she left it on Google Drive right over here. And I said, that's strange, no biggie. I like that you problem solved. There weren't any files, FYI. Great job on the review, by the way. So this is specifically commenting and communicating specifically to this project task. And then, of course, we can also go up here to this chat button up here. And this is where you can actually go and chat right over here. We haven't really used this. I was trying to see if Michaela would discover this part right over here. And we did not. We have not used this as a chat, but you can say new chat. You can also start a new direct message with whoever, and you just select who that's going to be. Or you can go up here and chat with everybody that has access to LearnWire videos would be on this string right over here. So this is something that you would probably need to train people to make sure that they know where this is at, but that's where the chat feature is. Another cool thing, I'm just kind of moving right along about the things that I know about the software. We can go over here to change cover, and I've been using this for a month and I haven't changed the color. I'm going to do that right now live while doing the review. So we click this button over here. You have all these different colors right over here. Like, look how cool this looks. I really, really like this one. This is what I generally would use, but since LearnWire is a green color, I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to choose the green option, which is going to give it a lot more LearnWire feel. So there you go. You can just make it look a little bit more brandable and so forth. But that is kind of how you use the software in a nutshell. There's a lot more things that you can do. You could add an app. Let's say, for example, we want to add an app, and let's go and look at here's where you connect your Google workspaces and embeds. You can embed a Miro, a whiteboard, or a Google Sheet or a Google Doc right over here. You can do web links right over here. And then right over here, I haven't even checked out the whiteboard. Let's go ahead and look what the whiteboard looks like. So we can come over here and there is a full whiteboard. You can export preferences and languages right over here. You can choose the canvas background right there. Let's go like that. And then we can pick a tool to start drawing. Let's grab the pencil. And this is where we can start drawing on the board right here. Let's draw a cube real quick. This actually is a pretty nice looking whiteboard right there. So this is how you would be able to LearnWire. We'll go ahead and do that. And let's see. Okay, so if you right click, most of these, if you right click, you're able to move. Not able to move, but we can go get the hand and then move this around like that. I'm going to use the mouse. Mouse goes up and down. So how do we zoom in and out? I'm just kind of looking. I also don't know what this is right here. It just looks like it's another. Oh, okay. So this is kind of like a highlight. So as you're talking, you can actually, have a highlighter and talk with the highlighter, but then it's going to erase immediately. I kind of like that. So if you were given a presentation, you'd be able to talk and circle things and then it just goes away. That's kind of cool. I like that. There's shapes, laser pointer. Okay, so that's what that's going to be, I think. And then you have your images. You can upload things. We have our shapes right over here. And it's going to create the shape, and we have all kinds of different things we can do, settings and so forth. This is a full-blown whiteboard application right over here. I'm paying for the Miro app. I'm not even sure if I even need that anymore now that we have this right over here. If I wanted to just do that, and then let's see what the text looks like. Here's where your text would be. You can control all that, move that around, and then maybe we want to use an arrow. And look how fast this is, guys. We'd be able to easily just create our own whiteboard right over here. So the whiteboard, that's the first time I messed around with that. That's really, really cool. But in a nutshell, that is LiftOS. I'm sure there's plenty of features that I didn't show you, but I showed you how I've been using the app, how easy it is to use. I have another one as well. I used to use Upbase. I purchased that maybe a year ago on AppSumo. But it was, quite frankly, I did try to use that. I did use it for months with a VA, but it was very, very clunky, and it was just very, very hard to understand and find things and so forth. This one is just straight up the easiest, straightforward application that I've seen. So I definitely recommend this if you're in project management or you're managing a team or anything like that. This one is super, super awesome, ready to go. And honestly, since this has been very helpful in my business, and it comes with just all the things that you would need. Even comes with a full-blown whiteboard in here, and it has unlimited file uploads, and it has Kanban capabilities right over here. You can even look at this next to it and so forth, right? And you come over here, very easy to manage projects. I would have to give this one a solid 5.0 stars. I just really, really like this app. And I think that it is, obviously, if you're looking for an app like this, this is the best one that I've seen so far on AppSumo. Remember, license tier 1, $59. License tier 2, $119 for 10 users. This one's probably going to be the best one, best bang for your buck. We have license tier 3 at $229, 25 users, and license tier 4 comes in at $399, unlimited users, and 1 terabyte total storage space. Thank you for checking this out. The link will be below. I'll see you in the next video.